Hi there, Dan and Robyn here with agelesswomanliving.com and continuing on our series on intermittent fasting. Really want to help you get the maximum benefits and really make this work for you because it's such an effective strategy for not only burning fat, losing weight, but your health, your longevity, anti-aging. I mean, the benefits go on and we can't say enough about it. So we want it to be as easy for you as possible, and we've mentioned in other videos, essential to your fast is drinking lots of water, getting lots of liquids in. So on today's video, Robyn is going to share with you the different beverages that you can drink and a couple little variations so that you don't wipe out your fast.
One of the biggest questions that we get is what is acceptable to drink, especially in the morning, that's not going to interrupt your fast and take you out of ketosis. And so, of course, most people will ask about coffee because that's what they drink in the morning. Coffee by itself will not take you out of your fast. It won't inhibit any of the fat burning. We recommend just having 1 cup. You don't want to have too much coffee and keep drinking coffee ongoing. If you're used to 2, 3, 4, 5 cups of coffee, that's not going to be good for your intermittent fast because it's going to raise cortisol levels as well as can potentially create an insulin response. That will take you out of fat burning. That can break your fast. So 1 cup of coffee to get started in the morning if you need that is fine. The other thing is decaf. You can drink that as well. There are some studies out there that show that decaffeinated coffee actually helps to curb hunger cravings even more than caffeinated beverages. So try decaf, see if that works for you. Now, what can you add to your coffee? This is where you really want to watch what you're putting in. So if you want to add a little bit of milk or a tablespoon of half and half, maybe some almond or coconut milk, it's fine, but you really want to keep that amount to somewhere maybe between 20 to 30 calories. So some of you are adding quite a bit to your coffee right now. Maybe you're drinking a bulletproof coffee that has maybe coconut oil or MCT oil or butter in it. And that's fine for when you're not in your fasting period, but we don't recommend that because you could be creating a coffee that might have 100, 150, even 200 calories. It's almost like a meal or a snack, and that is going to take you out of that fasting state. So if you did that at 7 a.m., and you're only 11 hours into your fast at that point, you are not, and you're kicking yourself out of the fast, so to speak. You want to keep, again, if you're adding something to your coffee, 20 to 30 calories max. One of my favorite things that I like to add to my espresso in the morning is this Califia. This is a almond milk. This is a coconut flavored almond milk. Why I like this is 1 cup is 45 calories. So I'll add maybe a 1/4 cup, heat it up and add it to my espresso or a coffee. That's only 12 calories. It tastes really good, and it's not going to knock you out of that fasting state. Okay, the next thing you can drink would be tea. That would be caffeinated tea or herbal tea. Same thing goes. Again, you can add same type of things that we were just talking about to coffee if you like that in your tea as well. Remember, if you're going to have a second cup, like if you have 20 calories of a tablespoon of half and half added to your coffee, and then you want another coffee an hour later, or you don't want to do that. You don't want to keep adding those additives. Try to space that out at least 2 to 3 hours if you're going to add a little bit of that cream to your coffee or a little bit of your coconut milk. Make that maybe once every 3 hours so that you're keeping your 12 calories or your 20 calories. So you're keeping your 12, 20 calories spread out throughout the day, and it's not happening all at once. Also, bone broth is a great drink that you can have while you're doing your fast because it does have that maybe a saltier flavor that you're looking for to help you feel satiated. There's so many health benefits to bone broth. The proline and the lysine are really good for building connective tissue and helps with your skin and all of that. 1 8-ounce cup of bone broth is about 10 calories. So again, you're within that 20 to 30 calorie range. That's not going to knock you out of your fast. Of course, water is extremely important. We talked about that in the last video because of that cellular recycling and getting the waste out of your system. You want to drink all those fluids, and water is the best thing to cleanse everything out of your body. If you want to add lemon juice, half a lemon, the juice of half a lemon in your water is fine. Apple cider vinegar, you can add that to your water. It's not going to affect your fast, totally fine. Sparkling water is fine if you want something a little bit different, the Pellegrino. Now, we have talked about in our Ageless Woman diet about using that unsweetened cranberry in your sparkling water, but I would not recommend that during your fast period. It could potentially create an insulin response. It's going to be maybe 40 calories, but there's a little bit more sugar. So don't use that during the fasting period. After your fasting period, drink the cranberry and sparkling water as a delicious drink with the stevia. It's fine. You can add stevia, monk fruit sweetener to any of your coffees and teas or apple cider vinegar beverage. It's fine. I would stay away from honey and those types of sweeteners in your beverages. So if you're going to use a sweetener, stick with stevia or monk fruit sweetener, anything that's a non-nutritive natural sweetener. And then definitely no juice on your intermittent fast. That's going to create an insulin response. And no diet soda. Even though there's no calories in it, the chemicals in the aspartame or the Splenda, they can create an insulin response, and just in general, they just are not good for you. So we've got lots more tips coming for you on intermittent fasting, and we hope that this answers your questions on what is okay to drink while you're doing your fast.